with your costume, with your Minion costume, how many Sour Patch Kids packets do you think you're going to get? Let's make it a number more than 10, okay, but less than 100.
56.
56. Here, I'll make that bigger, okay? Let's make this really big. 56 Sour Patch Kids. That's a lot of candy, yeah? Think you're going to get that from all one house? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think so too. All right, so let's say Brienne gets 56 Sour Patch Kids from one house. Let's say from Mrs. Wright's house. How many Kit Kats do you think Brienne's going to get, Hannah, from, let's say, Mr. Johnson's house?
12.
12. Okay, so she's going to get 12 Kit Kats?
Yep.
All right. So, now, since we're adding, what's the symbol that we use for addition? We already, good. It's a plus sign, and it goes to the left or right?
That way.
Goes to the left. Good. So we have our plus sign, and then we have where our outcome's going to come out to, right?
Yep.
So, we've done single digit addition, right? And we know that when you add the top number to the bottom number, right? So, two-digit addition isn't any different. Or what we're going to do is we're going to break this problem down into two single-digit problems, okay? So the way we're going to do it is we're going to make a big T-chart, okay? So our T-chart is going to look like this. And so we have a T-chart, right? And we're going to use different colors here. What place are the 6 and the 2 in? You guys know?
Ones.
The ones. Good. Okay. So our ones are going to be in green today. So we have our ones here. And then what is our other place that we're using today? Tens. Good. So we have tens here. And our tens today are going to be in red. So when we add it up, that's what we're going to do. So since we're breaking it down, we don't need to regroup. It's a simple one-digit addition problem, right? So the way it works is we're going to have 6 plus 2. So we can either use manipulatives or we can do mental math. For this problem, for this first example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mental math. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to count from 6. I'm just going to add 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. Is that right? 6 plus 2 is 8?
Yep.
Okay. So I have 8 ones. Alright? And now, with our tens column, I have 5 tens and I have 1 10. So again, using mental math, I'm going to add up. I'm just going to start at 5. I'm going to add 1. So what's the next number? That's going to be 6. Okay? So here, I have a 6 and an 8. Okay? And the way I say this, I have 6 tens and I have 8 ones. And what this adds up to is, altogether, it's 68. Right? Is that right? Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys say it for me?
68.
68. Good. So we have, remember, it's tens adding up down here and ones adding up down here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to do one more problem, and this time I'm going to show you how we're going to use the manipulatives today. Okay? Is this starting to make a little sense? Do you guys need me to go over anything specific on this next problem? Okay, so we don't have an eraser, so let's just do this. So I'm going to keep my T-chart here, okay? Because it's really important that when we do our two-digit addition, when we're still learning it, we're going to have our tens and our ones, because that helps us. That makes sure that, we know that these are our tens and it's one addition problem, and these are our ones and it's another one. Okay? So, let's go with, so we've already used Sour Patch Kids and we've already used Kit Kats. Okay, so, Brienne, since Hannah is dressing up as Sparky the dog, how many Snickers do you think that she's going to get?
Probably not very many.
Okay, well, let's try to go with a number bigger than 10. A number higher than 10.
24.
24. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 10s for our 20. We're gonna have 4 1s for our 24. Okay? And Hannah, how many Reese's peanut butter cups do you think that you're gonna get in your Sparky the dog costume?
0.
56.
50. Let's try to have a number lower than 6 so we don't have to regroup
55.
quite yet. 55. Perfect. That's a great number. And that is just the right amount of Reese's peanut butter cups, which are the best candy ever, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so again, we have our plus sign off to the side here. Okay? And I'm going to extend our T-chart all the way down to help us out here. Alright, so with our manipulatives, we have poker chips today. So our poker chips are going to help us out. So with our 1s, in our first number, in our 24, we have 4 1s. So I'm just going to draw 4 green circles, because green is 1s today. So we have 4 green circles, or 4 poker chips, and we have 2, I'm going to erase that to give us more room, we have 2 10s, alright, so 2 red poker chips. And then, in our second number, okay, for our Reese's peanut butter cups, we have 5 1s, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and we have 5 10s as well to make 55. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the way that we're going to do this to help us out so we can count out all of our numbers and we don't have to use our mental map. We can physically see it here. Okay? We're going to take these ones and these ones and add them up together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Is that right? Does this make sense? Remember, we're adding up just the 1s right now. And so what that comes out to be, since we counted them all, is 9 here. Okay, we have a 9. And then for our 10s, we're going to take, oops, I need red. We're going to take our 2 10s here, and our 5 10s here, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 10s. Right? And with this T-chart, again, it becomes one problem. So we don't have to worry about this since we're already done. It becomes a whole separate problem. So we have 7 10s. And how do we say 7 10s? Can you guys say it together?
70.
70. Good. And we have 9 1s, so that's 9. So put together, that becomes
79.
79. Very nice. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys get it?
Yep.
Can you guys take out a piece of paper and a pencil? Okay. If you don't have paper and you have a whiteboard, we can use markers today. Okay. Does everyone have one? Go ahead and use that one. Okay, so I'm going to erase all this. Do you want me to leave these up here to see for another minute while you guys take a second to remember? Okay, so while I'm letting you take out your materials, I want to kind of review again what our manipulatives are going to be. So, to help us today, we have poker chips on the table, and we have the green poker chips are worth, remember we set it up here, what are they worth?
1.
They're worth 1s, good. And our red poker chips represent what today?
10.
10s. Okay, so Each one of those is going to be tens, and that's going to help you kind of visualize the each problem. Okay? So let's erase this, and we're going to get started on doing a couple problems together. I'm going to do them up here on the board with you while you do them on either your whiteboard or your piece of paper. One more practice problem, then you guys are going to do it on your own.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. With our last problem, what do you think the scariest costume you could be? Think of the scariest costume.
She doesn't like clowns.
Clown
not a big
clowns are
fan of that.
terrifying. Okay, so in a clown costume, okay,
I don't like when I think about it.
think of a clown costume,
Nope.
a scary clown costume with big red shoes and crazy red hair, okay, and really gnarly teeth.
Yeah, thinking.
So, how many pieces of candy? More than 10, but less than 100.
10.
Okay. Let's go more than 10. Okay. That's 8 is less than
0.
10. Okay, so
80.
how many? 80?
Yeah.
80 pieces of candy.
No.
No?
You can't.
Okay, well, we're going to set, how about we'll split the difference between 10 and 80, and we'll go somewhere with 50. Okay? We'll try 50. So 50 pieces of candy from one house. Okay? How many pieces of candy do you think they'll get from the second house? Let's try making a number less than 50. Okay? Anybody?
11.
11. Okay, we'll go with 11. That's a good number. That's a good number to add to 50. Okay, so we put our plus sign here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Brianna, what do we need to do to add up these two numbers?
Put a line down the middle.
Put a line down the middle, and then we need a line across the top too.
Yeah.
We need a line across the top to complete our T-chart. Okay? Alright. So now I'm going to see if you guys know this. Okay? Our tens go here, right?
No.
No? Where do our tens go?
On the other side.
Our tens go on the other side. Good, because our tens are on the left. Alright? So that means our ones go over here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our ones are in green, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ones. Okay. So, 50, our first number. How many ones does it have? Does it have any?
No.
So it has 0 ones. Okay? So we don't need any green poker chips for that. How many tens does the first number have?
5.
It has 5 tens. So let's all grab 5 red chips. So we have 5 there. Now 11. How many tens does it have?
1.
It has 1 10. And how many ones does it have?
1.
It has 1 1. Good. So adding it up, what we're going to do is we're going to count all of our ones for both both places. So how many do we get?
1.
We only get 1. Good, because 0 plus 1 is 1. And then, when we add up all of these tens, how many do we get?
6.
Okay. Should we count it, or are you guys positive of that
Count
answer?
it.
Want to count it? So we have 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good. So we have 6. You guys were right. Good job. Okay. So, we have 6 tens and 1 1. So, that number together is said, how do we say that number?
61.
61. So a scary clown costume will get 61 pieces of candy.